How to tell your significant other that they're gaining a lot of weight. So about 6 months ago 21 male, started dating this girl, 19 female. We really hit it off and spend a ton of time together. The problem is that her lifestyle is getting worse and she's rapidly gaining weight. I try to encourage her to do exercises with me, but between lockdown and her distaste for it she rarely does. The worst part is that she seems so confusingly oblivious. Like she's been complaining that her clothes are shrinking and breasts are getting too big, but doesn't seem to put together that she's gaining weight so quickly. I've seen some pictures from a year before we started dating and the difference is incredible. It's clear that once she went to uni and left her parents' home that her diet, lifestyle changed a lot. I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me on an attraction level, but beyond that the sheer health consequences are concerning to me. I feel like a hypocrite to just say eat less because I eat way more than her. But I'm one of those that are always being told to eat more because I'm too thin. Hence I try to promote exercise, but trying to get her to do anything is like pulling out teeth. I don't want to just outright tell her I'm concerned about her weight. She's told me that she was diagnosed with body dysmorphia when she was young and I don't want to cause any psychological damage. I should point out the body dysmorphia was exclusively for her face before, e.g. nose too big, mouth too small, etc. Anyway, I'm not sure I can just sit by while things continue like they are, but I'm really not sure what to do or say. Coming from man that has a happy marriage of 16 years, there is no way to tell a woman that she is gaining weight, peacefully. Regardless of what it seems like, she is aware that she is gaining weight. Even though it is hard, never lie to her. Just like you would want the painful truth, she deserves the same. In love, not in a hurtful way. It could end the relationship, but if you are concerned for her health, it might be the most loving thing to do. And #X200B. Good luck. As a person with body dysmorphia, all I can tell you that she is very aware of her weight gain. Something could be triggering her to overeat. I think the best thing to do is to keep encouraging her to make healthier choices without being pushy. Cook a healthy meal together a few nights a week or go on walks together. Ultimately, if you do decide to end this with her, don't let her know it's because of her weight. That could seriously be damaging. I gained about 20-25 pounds. I refuse to step on a scale of COVID weight. I just now am getting motivation to get on the treadmill because my son is finally in school full-time and everything gave me depression. See if things get better when things open up, I would say. How much weight are we talking? How to tell your significant other that they're gaining a lot of weight. Probably from a safe distance out of arm's reach and in a room with no throwable objects. You should be more concerned of why she's gaining weight more than her actual weight. Try to ask her if she's distressed or in meds. Is she's functioning well or is she's having anxiety or whatever. She knows she's gaining weight but why she's not doing anything about it. And that's where you should be worried. Typically, changes in weight related to diet and lifestyle are due to some kind of distress. There's a lot of consequences regarding mood, self-esteem, anxiety, etc. due to the pandemic, and there's in general been a lot of really disheartening news over the past several years. You might see better results by having and showing more concern about what's been getting her down. Odds are that if she's enjoying life more and feels an improvement in her mental and emotional health, then she may prioritize her physical and behavioral health as well. She already knows about her changes in weight and assistance. I assure you that's something that's contributing to her discontent. Exercise will not help her lose weight if she is not changing her diet. Even a personal trainer will admit that. She knows she's gained weight. There's no need to tell her, it will only make her feel a million times worse. There is a lot here. She had a huge life change in moving to uni. She had a huge life change in experiencing lockdown. If she's on birth control, due to being in a relationship or for whatever reason really, that can cause extreme weight gain and appetite issues as well. Talk to her. Being passive in the help is not as helpful as talking about it together. I promise. It's not your job to tell her she is gaining weight. It's your job to tell her she is beautiful. You don't. I agree with other comments saying you can't change your so. That's a decision they have to make. You're a supportive partner, just be aware you're not an emotional tampon or a therapist. Hearing too much will do damage to your own mental health, so just head caution. You're doing just fine. Go for long romantic walks, trips to the zoo, museum or something where she needs to walk a lot. Go hunting for treasures on the beach. Do it in slightly cooler weather so she is not anxious about wearing a swimsuit. Go for day hikes. Nothing too strenuous or she might not want to do it again. Pack healthy snacks and lunches. Do not make it seem like exercise. While this might not make her shed a lot of pounds, it will get her moving and she might find some motivation. God, I would hate it if my partner pointed out that I was gaining weight. So my advice to you isn't going to be any different than anyone else's. She knows. She just doesn't want to deal with it. Don't point it out. Just try to be there for her and don't push her too much on trying to get out more. Sometimes it's better to let them want to make that decision on their own rather than push them into it. To be totally honest, just so you know, weight gain can be baffling to girls in their early 20s, when they go through almost a second puberty. I was 100,105 my whole life and when I hit 22 suddenly gained 20-30 pounds. I realized I was gaining weight but was in denial because it happened so suddenly. It sounds like hers is a little more drastic though, but everybody has to go through that moment where you realize your metabolism slowed. Posts like this. Basically you want permission to break up with someone for gaining weight. You have the freedom to break up with someone at any time, for any reason. If you feel bad about this being the reason you break up with her, you should think about why and decide if maybe weight isn't a deal breaker after all. But don't bring her weight up with her. She knows. Could be a thyroid or other hormonal problem, maybe worth seeing a doctor. Sounds like you're both away from home. If you want to go apt it a nice way, don't do it at all. Here's what you do: start cooking as a hobby and invite her over every night. 1. You choose what goes into her body. 2. You spend more time with her. 3. She's not eating bad food. 4. You can work out winking face. Together. Being diagnosed with body dysmorphia typically comes with an eating disorder. There are a lot of issues that come with this. Honestly, either accept her as a bigger version of herself or move on. She's likely fragile. Like seriously. Anything you say will likely be taken negatively and she'll be worse off for it. No matter how you try to present it. Personally I'd bail because I couldn't handle it and wouldn't want to hurt the person. Either fully accept her and her growing body or bail before it's 5 years down the road and you are each mentally worse off. Just break up with her so she can find someone who will accept her as she is rather than trying to change her. I was in a long-term relationship with a beautiful woman who was gaining weight. She was thin and told me that when she's depressed she loses weight. Well, I guess I made her happy. She gained over 25 pounds in half a year and I didn't know how to tell her. I never ever mentioned anything about her weight and always told her what she wanted to hear. She hated physical exercise and never cared to eat healthier. I decided to let it go and let her be happy, because I did love her. 2 months later she starts telling me I'm way too skinny, I'm ugly and unattractive because of how skinny I am and I need to gain weight. I left her. 4 months later she's lost over 45 pounds. Being a chunky girl whose weight is all over the place, be kind. Who does the grocery shopping? Is money for food a concern? Is depression something she suffers from? Make her healthy food. Nutrition and diet are most important for maintaining our current weight or losing some. Info. Has she been to the GP recently and checked for other issues? Things like hypothyroidism can significantly impact weight gain and sometimes appears in your late teens, early 20s. Mental health is also a contributing factor. Even hormonal birth control can be a contributing factor. Hey honey, we are both getting fat. I want to lose some weight, can you help me? Let's lose some weight together and then have some sexy time. Yeah, you just gotta deal with it and let her do her thing. There is no way to tell a woman she's gaining weight unless you want all hell to break loose. By asking her if she feels she might have thyroid, it might explain the weight gain and she will not feel low, as you would only be suggesting that you're worried about her health. Write your concerns on a big cake for her. If she's gaining weight quickly, it could also be a hormonal issue like her thyroid is out of whack or PCOS. She could check with her doctor and see about getting her levels checked. Can I ask how much weight she's gaining that is making you feel concerned about it? I am of very average weight and my partner was concerned when I started to look too thin. He's sweet. I lost a couple of kilos with some better eating habits. Weight gain for me is also often a good thing because I'm eating well, feeling happy and confident and have a partner who loves me and loves my body, even when I think I'm heavy. My point being, is her weight gain really a big issue, or do you have a shallow preference that she look a certain way? Be a good partner, love her no matter what. Embrace her body, and if you don't think she's attractive with some weight gain, then I think that's your issue, not hers. We know when we gain weight. It's not a secret. She knows but apparently is OKW it. There really isn't anything you can do, especially after dating for only 6 months. The real question to you is if she doesn't enjoy the things you like doing, and her weight will be a hindrance to most activities, is she worth it? It is okay if it is not. You have an active lifestyle and at your age you should. Listen, bodies change. This is a common time of life to put on weight, and it's totally normal and likely unrelated to health. She knows her body is changing. You don't need to tell her. What you need to do is examine your own buy-ins to diet culture, fat stigma, and unrealistic social pressures on women's bodies to conform to a certain size. She undoubtedly has body dysmorphia because of these toxic expectations. If you are yet another source of that, you are going to hurt her. Don't comment on it. As someone who's struggled with weight for years, constantly having it pointed out by family, friends, bullies and doctors, and has developed a restrictive eating disorder at the end of last year, it's fucking soul destroying to have people commenting on weight and appearance. Even now, coming up 32 kilograms lighter, I still feel huge. Whatever you do, don't comment on the weight she's gained. She knows. She's feeling shit about it, hence the comments of clothes shrinking. Weight gain isn't terrible. Unhealthy habits is bad though. Tell her she is still beautiful because she is, but unhealthy eating habits aren't good, and try to do fun activities. The biggest thing that's helped me slow my weight gain is having my boyfriend help me choose what to eat. We decide on meal prep lunches together, and household dinners have improved in nutritional quality because the boyfriend knows how to cook and how to make healthier meals taste awesome. Not everyone is lucky enough to have great culinary skills, but if you make an effort to eat healthily around her regarding nutrition and portions, it may be the perfect first step for her. 90% of weight loss is stimulated by mindful and healthy eating, and only 10% is from exercise, so the exercise can come later or not at all, and your significant other should still be able to lose enough weight to fit back into her clothes. Maybe you can have a conversation about how you yourself want to improve your health by eating better and exercising. Ask her to help you achieve your goals in this matter. Maybe this will encourage her to do the same while helping you. Or at least give you an opening to discuss your GF's health. You can address how you've noticed her poor eating habits without directly pointing out the weight gain. Read The New Primal Blueprint by Mark Sisson. Ask her to visit a doctor to get tests redone, as her body dimorphism may have gone to her gaining more weight than usual. I did this when I was in college and again when I was going through stressful situations. Your best bet is to figure out why. Is she really stressed? Is she having to sit a lot to study? Is she deficient in a vitamin and it's making her hormones off? Is she eating out of being bored with COVID? Drinking more alcohol? Hello calories, etc. Finding out what's going on is your best bet, but ultimately, you either love her or you used to lust her. Love her. Hang in there and talk about what's going on in her mind. Lust her. Let her go so she will get motivated and have the best revenge body you can't have, and you can find someone more your style. Dude, you are not a good guy right now. If you are that concerned, then you don't really love her. Your concerns are superficial. You are not her doctor. Do her a favor and help her lose a lot of weight. Yours. COVID sucked for a lot of people. Me and my husband both gained at least 10 kgs during lockdown. We've talked it out and are working together to get healthy again. We are both people who put a lot of effort into being healthy but have some serious lazy tendencies to fight off. We encourage each other to be our best and will get our bodies back with time. You are early on in this relationship. You need to work out if the two of you have compatible views on lifestyle choices. There is nothing wrong with saying you don't, and ending it, regardless of whether it's overweight, diet, alcohol, drug use, smoking, or just gossiping. Dunno, I'm insecure about my body too, and I for real have no idea if I'm fat or not. So if my significant other told me I've gained a little weight, then I'll take that into account, but won't take it as an insult, rather as a direction pointer. Are you aware that every human goes through a second puberty? Right out of high school at the age of 19 I weighed 125. Now at age 21 I weigh 165 and maintain that weight pretty well. I'm often upset when looking back at how little I used to be, but I realize that my body has grown just as I have. I also have stretch marks for the very first time. If your girl isn't unhealthy or obese, just leave her alone. She's gonna gain weight. She won't be as little as she was when she was 18. Also, my boobs went from a small B to a large D within that time, and not because I'm fat. It happens. Just break up with her. You're 21. You shouldn't be spending your time trying to get some girl you've been dating for 6 months to lose weight. Just find someone else. You're in college. Enjoy it. Don't spend time trying to fix someone who probably can't be fixed. I know this sounds harsh, but it's reality. You can be selfish in your 20s. You're not gonna marry this girl. Cut the cord now before you're stuck with Jabba the Hutt. Hey, you're gaining a lot of weight. Wanna start going to the gym with me? I had opposite problem. My husband exercised until he was too small. Preferred him about maybe 40 pounds heavier. Easy to lose weight, just cut down on amount eating. Would rather be plump than super skinny, have been both. Daughter lost 50 pounds just cutting down on food and sugary drinks. People overthink this. Smile. Seriously, bring it up, but in a nice non-judgmental way, knowing that if she doesn't want to talk about it you can't push it, but just let her know you are concerned. Often that can kick-start things. I hate when I flip between over and under eating, usually stress, depression, eat and anxiety starve. And it helps a lot to stabilize when I can talk about it and get support in my own way. Also, as long as it doesn't go into serious obesity, don't push the issue too hard. Try to find out why she is doing it and help her with the underlying reasons. Also, if she is not big on exercise, try to find other healthy activities to burn some calories and offer to cook for her some healthy filling meals to not put too much pressure on her. I gained over 140 pounds in 2 years of dating my so. I knew I was big, my so knew I was big. He loved me regardless because my body is just a shell for who I am. The last year, after being uncomfortable in my body, and my choice, I have lost 75 pounds in a year by changing my diet and walking. If you truly love your so, love them in all their forms. Just try to go for walks. Don't make it working out. Make it walking and talking as a fun activity. Walking burns a ton of calories. Also, cook meals. It's easier for her to eat healthy if you just show up with healthy food. Start exercising, eating clean, etc. And after 2 weeks invite her to do the same. Lead by example, and make it about you. Start cooking better foods. Go for more exercise. The weather is getting nice. Go ahead and start making active and healthy plans. It will all come together.